Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Purity. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I also love to read your comments. Today we are crocheting this green top. It has ruffles at the end and it's also classy, beautiful, and very simple to create this look. This is how the close-up of the top looks. It's also beautiful and simple, as I said before. So let's get started with the tutorial. Using 100% acrylic yarn, 50 grams, and this is a brand known as Winter King. This is Kenyan yarn. A 3.0 mm hook, a pair of scissors, and a tape measure. This is all you need for this project. To begin, we'll start by making a slip knot, and remember to take your bust measurements minus 3 inches, okay? So we are beginning by doing a slip knot. That's how I do my slip knot, and then you will chain up to the length of your bust measurements. As I said, take your bust measurements minus 3 inches. Mine is 32 inches minus 3 inches. I'm chaining up to 29 inches. I am done, and this is how long it will be. So chain 2 more chains, yarn over, skip the first 2 stitches, and on the 3rd stitch put a double crochet. We are working with double crochets, and this is how we do a double crochet. And you will work double crochets across all the stitches that you have, and I'll meet you at the end of this first row of double crochets. Done with row 1, and this is how my work looks. This is just a row of double crochets. To begin row 2, chain 2, turn your work, and also we are working with double crochets. Yarn over and put double crochets across all the stitches that you have. So basically we are using double crochets all through, and we will do double crochets until the length that you want. For my top, it's 8 inches long. Remember, you can make your top longer or shorter depending on your preference, but the main chain we're using, the main stitch we're using is double crochets, and we'll do that until you have the length that you have, okay? So this is row 2 of double crochets. This is how it looks. And to begin on row 3, you'll chain 2, turn your work, chain 2, turn your work, and we are doing double crochet. So that is the pattern, and you will do that until you have the length that you want. So I'll meet you once you are done. As for me, I'm doing up to 8 inches long. Okay, I am done, and this is 8 inches long, as I said earlier. And once you're done, do not cut off your yarn because we need to put a boarding all around your garment. Okay, So we want to put boarding stroke edging, and we will use single crochets. So chain 1 and insert single crochets all round your garment. We're just putting single crochets this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, then we'll meet here. So you're putting single crochets all around your garment. Okay, so do that and I'll meet you once you're done. So this side is a bit hard, but when you get to the other side it's much easier. This is how my work looks, and we will do single crochets all around, and I'll meet you once you're done. And when you're done, please do not cut off your yarn. Okay, this is how my work looks. It looks much cleaner now once you've finished putting the edging. Okay, so once you're done with the edging, we are going to put the spaces or holes where we'll put our adjusting band. Okay, this is how your work should look, and we will put the holes on each side of our garment. Okay, this side and the other side too. So we will chain 2. Let me zoom in so you can see clearly. And chain 2, yarn over, skip the first 2 stitches. This side is not seen clearly, so you can use the other side, but you're stitching on this side. Skip the first 2 stitches, and on the 3rd stitch we will put a double crochet. That's how we create the first space, and the next 3 stitches we'll just put normal double crochets without skipping. Okay, like that. So after 3, the next, skip 2 stitches, go on the 3rd stitch and put a double crochet. So we are skipping 2 stitches, go to the 3rd and put a double crochet. That's how we create the spaces in between. Okay, and we will do that until you get to the end, and also go ahead and do the same thing to the other side of your garment. I am done, and this is the last space that I just created. Looks like that, and all the other spaces looks like that. And now we have to go back and make sure the spaces have borders too. So you'll chain 2, turn your work, and where the spaces are, we will go in the double crochet like that, the first double crochet, and go in again with the second double crochet like that. Okay, that's how we make it firm. Then do the 3 normal double crochets, until you get to your next space. Okay, we are in our next space now. Yarn over, go in the space like that and do a double crochet, and go again inside the space like that and do a second double crochet, and that's how we make them firm. Okay, so do that until the end. Then once you're done, you'll cut your yarn, go to the other side and do the same thing that you've done on this side. Okay, then I'll meet you once you're done. Okay, this is how our work looks once you're done with edging on both sides. And to finish up, we'll just do a double crochet up here, cut off your yarn, and you're done. Okay, and make sure your work is firm enough, it's well reinforced, so that your work does not run. So do the same to the other side too, and I'll meet you once you're done. This is how your work should look, both sides, and you'll have the same number of spaces in between. If it's 6 like mine, it's 6, so it should be 6 on both sides. We'll put this aside, and we want to make the drawstring. I'm using a 5.0 mm hook to make the drawstring because I want my drawstring thicker, and then I'll also double my yarn. As I said, I want my drawstring thick, so you can still use the same hook size and not double your yarn, still okay. But if you want a thicker drawstring, double your yarn and use a bigger hook. To make chains, we will start by making a slip knot like that. Then we will make 200 chains. You can make more chains depending on what you love, but I'm making 200 chains. So I'll meet you once you're done with your chains. Done with my chains, and this is how it looks, and we are putting it inside the spaces that we had left. We're just putting it using a zigzag way. You can do it whichever way you love. You know, there's so many ways of putting the drawstring, but this is the simplest way. We're just putting it in and out like this until the end, and then we will put the fringes, then we'll be done. As I said earlier, I promised you guys this tutorial is so simple, and it just takes 4 hours maximum if you're a fast crocheter, you know. So yeah, we're just putting in the drawstrings, then we'll put the fringes, and we'll be done and ready to go. Okay, we want to make the fringes, and this is how the fringes look. You can make longer fringes, okay? I just want to make short ones, but remember you can make long ones. And this is how I measure my fringes. So local. Okay, this is how I measure them. I want it to be this long, so I'll just do this and this and this until it's enough. But I work in sections, so this is section 1. Then I'll use my scissors to cut off here and in between, like this. And then I'll bring my fringes and put them in the garment, okay? So just make sure when you take your fringes, you're taking 2 at a time. But make sure they're of the same size. So if it's longer, you have to cut it. And you are taking 2 at a time. Make sure they're well aligned. And take your garment. We'll start where we put our single crochets, remember. And I'm using my 3.0 mm hook to put in the fringes. So as I said, we are beginning from where we put our single crochets. So insert your hook like this and take your 2 fringes. Make sure they're well aligned, and in the middle you put it in like this. Pull them through like that, and then you will tie a knot. So that's how we put the fringes, and we'll work like that all round until you're done. Okay, that's how we put the fringes. Okay, so we'll do that all round, and once you're done, we will cut the fringes that are not matching. Make sure all your fringes are of the same size. So you'll cut off the long ones and make sure it's even, aligned, and beautiful. Okay, that's how we do it, girl. Oh boy. So yeah, it should look something like this. Should be of the same size, and remember you can make them so long. The longer the pretty, by the way. So that's all for this video, and thank you so much for clicking, for subscribing, liking, and all that. And this is how I rocked my top. See you in my next video. Remember to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and see you on the comment section. Goodbye, take care, I love you all.